The first field tarp of the season proved vital today in the early afternoon. The clouds have since departed and give way to the gorgeous Burlington sun and sky here on a fireworks Friday night in Burlington, North Carolina. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Josh Rother. It's the first contest of the season between the Greeneville Flyboys and the Burlington Sock Puppets. And the Sock Puppets returning home after 11 days on the road. And last night, in game one of the homestand, they got treated with some fireworks early before Friday night. Deacon Pomeroy hit a grand slam in the seventh inning, but it was a little too late for the Sock Puppet offense to get rolling. They fell to Danville 9-7 in the series finale. And looking for some more fireworks today, it's two of the best hitting teams in the league, Burlington and Greeneville, just moments away from first pitch. Starting lineups right now. For the Flyboys, Matthew Kerrigan leading off and playing left field. Carson Ray is the shortstop hitting second. Brian Williams Jr. is playing center and hitting third. Levi Pender is at third base and batting fourth. Nelson Grajales Vasquez is behind the plate and hitting fifth. Evan Williams, the DH, will bat sixth. Ruben Zuani is the seven hitter. He's playing first base. Gabe Gray is batting eighth and playing second. And Danny Wallace rounds out the Flyboys lineup. He'll be in right field tonight and hit ninth. And the starting pitcher for Greeneville is Dylan Kirksey, making his fifth appearance of the Appy League season. National anthem coming up right now, and then we will have the Burlington lineup on the other side. As we honor America with the performance of our national anthem, performed by Randy Payne. What so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose both bright and bright star through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets with glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thanks one more time for that fantastic performance from Randy Payne. In the Burlington starting lineup, behind their pitcher Julian Picel, making his first start at home this season. Picel, 6.48 ERA through 8 and a third innings pitched with a 1-1 record for the NC State player, currently in the transfer portal. Behind him is Kyler Baxter over at third base. Orlando Fernandez is at shortstop. Braden Moranto at second base. It's Deacon Pomeroy at first base. And the battery between the Wolfpack, it's Picel on the mound. Vincent DiCarlo is catching tonight for the Sock Puppets. In the outfield, it's Bruce Weish in left, Bryce Clavon in center, and Devin Mitchell is the right fielder tonight. All right, Sockville, I'm standing down here on the third base. About 2 hours of rain from 12:30 to 2:30 today. The tarp was used for the first time here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies, the temperature at game time. It's a Burlington team that enters fresh off a loss last night, but they had won 2 of their last 3 games. And for the Flyboys, a team that was really hot at the start of the year, scored 15 or more runs in their first 2 games of the season, and that was really spearheaded by a large home run attack in that first series against Elizabethton. They've since cooled off quite a bit. And Greeneville last night finally saw that come back to life. They got an 11-2 win over Bluefield. Currently sit at 8-9 on the season.
Leading off the Flyboys left fielder, number 21, Matthew Kerrigan.
So Matthew Kerrigan will lead things off. One of the 2 lefties in the Flyboys order tonight. A recent high school graduate of Loans High School. Kid out of Valdosta, Georgia. Bicel will work primarily out of the stretch. First pitch is lifted in the air. Hooking foul. Baxter running towards the fence, and he'll run out of space. It'll hit the concrete sidewalk and bounce out of play for the first pitch of the game. Juju Picel played at NC State. Did not get as much time on the mound as he would have liked to. And kind of ran that ERA up at times, but he has great fastball velocity. Only 9 games this year, but he was a flamethrower at UNC Greensboro the season before. 0-1 to Kerrigan. Lifted in the air. Deep left field. Weish ranging back. Backpedaling towards the wall. Reaches up, and he makes the catch. Wouldn't have been a home run, but it was towards the top of the wall, and Bruce Weish has a loud first out of the game. The wind is blowing out towards left center field. Weish with a good defensive adjustment to make the catch for the first out of the game. Carson Ray, the 2-hitter, steps in. First pitch is a slider in there for strike 1. Umpires for today, Alexis Berry behind home plate, and Jason Whitfield Jr. is the field umpire. Ray at .417 this season. Waits the 0-1 from Picel. Pitch home, outside. Fastball in the opposite batter's box. Ray, another player that just finished his prep career at Woodward Academy in Georgia. 1-1. Took some spin. Took a little bit off that one. Missed high with it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ray, a .382 hitter in his senior season. A 4-year varsity player at Woodward Academy. A 2-1. Ray swings, lifts it in the air, right field. Shallow. Pomeroy called off by Moranto. He circles under it, makes the catch for the second out. Pair of air outs for Picel to start things off. This is the 7th home game of the season that the Sock Puppets have hosted. In the first 5 of the season, there was a run scored in the first inning. For the first time last night, neither Danville nor Burlington got a run across in the first inning. First pitch is outside to Brian Williams Jr., the speedy center fielder of this Flyboys team. OPS of 1083 leads the qualified hitters on the Greeneville lineup. 1-0. Williams grounds it sharply to short. Fernandez makes the play, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Juju Picel to start things off. No scores. We head to bottom of 1 between Burlington and Greeneville. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. Back here for the bottom of the first inning, and the lineup today for the Sock Puppets, similar to what they've deployed in previous games. Bryce Clavon leads off. Orlando Fernandez hitting second. Deacon Pomeroy is hitting third. Brandon Novi in the 4-hole. Vincent DiCarlo hits fifth. Devin Mitchell in the 6-hole. Bruce Weish hits seventh. Kyler Baxter 8th. And Braden Moranto is hitting 9th. And Clavon digs back in after a unproductive outing last night, 0 for 4, with a walk and a run scored. First pitch from Dylan Kirksey, the right-hander, is outside for ball 1. Kirksey making his 5th appearance of the Appalachian League this year. 11 innings pitched, just 3 earned runs allowed, 1 walk, and 8 Ks. Player who pitched at Coppin State. That one's grounded on the third base line and foul by Clavon, makes it 1-1. Kirksey led the Golden Eagles in innings pitched, 72 2/3 tossed out of the MEAC Conference, Coppin State. 3-6 record, 58 strikeouts, 32 walks. Clavon made it official a week ago. His 3rd school in his collegiate journey, headed to Penn State. Ball and a strike to Clavon. Kirksey brings the glove to his belt. Eyes Clavon at home. Clavon swings and lines one deep to right center field, but covering a lot of ground is Danny Wallace to move into the gap quickly, and it's a loud first out on both sides. Clavon hits the ball hard and right at Danny Wallace. Well, it's been like that this year for the top 2 in this order, neither of which are above 200, and Orlando Fernandez had a rough start to this season, but he's been swinging it a lot better, a lot more loud contact. Had a hard single, almost 100 miles an hour off the bat in the 3rd inning of last night's game. Digs in for the first time tonight. First pitch from Kirksey, swung on and broken bat, and it flared into right field. Fernandez didn't think it was fair. He's hightailing it down to first base. He's in there with a single. Fernandez thought the ball might have ricocheted into foul ground off the bat. It's a single for Fernandez. First hit of the game for Burlington. And that'll give way to the league's new RBI leader after last night, Deacon Pomeroy. 5 RBI night. It's the 3rd time this summer he's done that. And 4 of those came by way of a 7th inning grand slam. First pitch. Pomeroy watches it tail out of the zone for ball 1. Pomeroy at 293 on the summer, OPS of 952. Great gap-to-gap hitter. Oklahoma State. 1-0 pitch. Pomeroy watches it upstairs for a ball. 2-0 the count to Deacon Pomeroy. Quick throw over to first base to check on Fernandez. It's a good sign that this league has started to pick up more Power 4 talent. Oklahoma State being one of the larger member schools in this league, as Pomeroy watches the 2-0 miss outside again to bring it to 3-0. Oklahoma State representatives on that Pulaski team when Sebastian Norman and Gage Albright came in. Danny Wallace, the right fielder for Greeneville, also a Cowboy. 3-0 pitch to Pomeroy, and he swings at it, grounds it foul down the third base line. Aggressive mantra from Pomeroy out of the gates. Fernandez can run. He has 8 steals this year, has not been thrown out once. The Greeneville infield pinching for the double play. 3 balls, 1 strike to Pomeroy. Pitch home, Fernandez takes off. Pomeroy grounds it through the hole and into left field for a base hit. Fernandez was already on the move. He will head to third base and slide in safely. The ball is overthrown, but the nice backup there from Kirksey to hold Fernandez at third base. And Deacon Pomeroy continues to swing a hot bat, puts runners at the corners here with 1 out in the first. And in speaking with Mickey Tettleton this week, he's made it clear that he knows he has one of the most dangerous lineups in the league. And he's described it as kind of a pick-your-poison approach here at the top of the order. Brandon Novy is a pill that you do not want to swallow if you're a Greeneville pitcher. And having to face him here with 2 runners on in the first inning. Kirksey's first pitch. Novy does not offer at the curveball, and it misses inside for ball 1. Novy awaits the 1-0. The pitch home. Novy watches it. It's in there for strike 1. Pomeroy had back-to-back hitless games against Danville and then exploded last night. 3 extra base hits, 5 runs driven in. And he's on first here. 1-1 to Novy. Grounded through the hole and into right field. That's a base hit, and Fernandez comes in to score. Pomeroy stops at second. Brandon Novy also seeing the ball extremely well. And that is a run manufactured here in this first inning. 3 straight singles make it 1-0 Burlington. In last night's game, you had the top 4 RBI getters in the league playing on the same field. Maybe a couple, Davis Perkins and Kyle Krupp from Danville. And Brandon Novy moves into a tie for second. His 18th run driven in this year. Vinny DiCarlo steps in. First pitch to him is down and away for ball 1. DiCarlo not in the lineup last night. It was Justin Munoz who caught on his birthday and hit a home run in the 8th inning of last night's game. 1-0 to DiCarlo. Grounded again towards third base. Pinder throws to second for 1, and they won't even try DiCarlo at first. So Novy gunned down on the fielder's choice. Keeps 2 runners on for Devin Mitchell. 10 runs driven in this season. And that first run, so crucial for Burlington. They have 2 comeback wins this year where they trailed after allowing the first run. But when they score first, the Sock Puppets are 7-0. And looking to make it a perfect 8-0 now with the first run of this game. Kirksey's first pitch to Mitchell is in there for strike 1. The fastball working at about 87, mixes it with a slider and a curveball in the mid-70s. The 0-1. Mitchell hacks at it, drives it into center field. That's a base hit. Pomeroy comes in to score. Burlington takes a 2-0 lead in the first inning off the bat of Devin Mitchell. So that'll bring up Bruce Weish. You got Pomeroy hitting balls out of the yard. Bruce Weish enters on a 4-game hit streak. Oh, it's outside to Weish. Running the pitch count of Kirksey up here in the early going. He's already tossed 17 pitches. Took Picel just 8 to get through his half of the first inning. Weish awaits the 1-0 with 2 runners on and a back pick to second base to try and fish DiCarlo out. Weish just 4 RBIs this year, and 2 of them came earlier in the week on a 2-run home run against Danville. 1-0. Weish swings, grounds it sharply to short. Ray moves back, long throw over to first base. Did he stay on? He did, says Jason Whitfield Jr. Ends the threat for Burlington, but not before 2 runs come across to score. RBI singles, Brandon Novy and Devin Mitchell. And the Sock Puppets lead 2-0 after 1. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. We head to the top of the second here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. Josh Rother here with you. 2-0 lead for Burlington over Greeneville. It's the 4-5-6 part of the order. Julian Picel. Quick work in the first inning, just 8 pitches to get 3 outs, 2 air outs, and a ground out. In stands Levi Pinder, 351 hitter for the Flyboys thus far. First pitch to Pinder. Inside, nearly got him, had to back away. A ball and no strikes. Pinder played at Central Alabama Community College this past year. 291 hitter, 3 bombs, 30 runs driven in. The 1-0. High, and it gets past to Carlo to the backstop. Picel resets, the 2-0. In there for a strike. Picel was so efficient to start the year. Just one bad outing a week ago against Elizabethton, where he was touched up a little bit near the end of that game, and then went on the road and got touched up by Johnson City. 2-1. Pinder quinks it deep to center field. Clavon, long run, it's over his head. All the way up against the wall. Pinder will round second. He'll think about third. Clavon tosses it in, and Moranto cuts the throw off. It's a double for Levi Pinder here to start the second. So the leadoff man on here in the second inning for Greeneville. And that'll bring up Nelson Grajales Vasquez, the catcher tonight for the Flyboys. Also plays at Coppin State, so you got a battery on both sides tonight. And Grajales Vasquez digs in. First pitch from Juju Picel is away. Slider took something off of it, missed away. A ball and no strikes. Grajales Vasquez was born in Jose Cardel in Veracruz, Mexico, about 5 miles from the southwest part of the Gulf of Mexico. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just 174 with 3 runs driven in. Also played at Coppin State with Dylan Kirksey. 1-1. As an offer at it. This is downstairs. Grajales Vasquez has worked it to 2-1. 44 starts for the Golden Eagles this year. A 290 hitter. 28 runs driven, and that was after 2 years of JUCO ball at CCBC Catonsville. 2-1. Grounded up the middle. That'll get through and into center field. Clavon charging in, and they will hold Pinder at third. So it would have been a long throw for Clavon. Back-to-back hits to start the second. And now Greeneville is threatening. Teams that are so equal this year. Burlington has scored the same amount of runs as Greeneville and has allowed 3 runs less. And that is through a 17-game sample size. In stands Evan Williams, 2-way player on this Flyboys roster. Just 11 ABs. The second lefty in the lineup, and the runner fakes towards second. Grajales Vasquez back towards first. Pitch missed high from Picel. It's not a 3-game series this weekend. It's a doubleheader tomorrow between the USA Collegiate National Team. 1 game against Greeneville at 3, 1 game against Burlington at 7. 1-0 pitch to Williams. Misses high again, and the count now 2-0. Walks have not really hindered Picel's progress throughout the first part of the season. Walked just 2 guys through 4 outings. The 2-0. Fastball catches the inside corner and finally starting to ramp up a little bit. It's 3 straight fastballs from Picel. He's already hit 93 tonight. That one on the inside corner at 91. 2-1 pitch. Took something off of it, missed upstairs. It's 3-1. Williams 872 OPS in limited at-bats with the Flyboys thus far. 3-1. Swung on and missed. Blew the fastball by Williams to bring the count to 3-2. And now the 3-2. Lifted in the air, shallow left field, long run for Weish. Coming in hard, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. Pinder will stay at third. And that will load the bases. Grajales Vasquez scampers to second. It's 3 straight hits in back-to-back half frames. Bases loaded with nobody out. Faisal got the soft contact he wanted. It was just too far of a run for Weish to get to the ball. So Ruben Zawani will stand in with the bases loaded. Faisal's first pitch, outside for ball 1. Greeneville at 242 with the bases loaded this year, 8 for 33. They have 1 grand slam this season. The 1-0. Zawani swings through it. A ball and a strike to the right-handed hitter. And outside of Deacon Pomeroy, who has 2 of the league's 3 grand slams, it is Zawani who has the other one. The chance to even that total. 1-1 pitch from Faisal. Zawani way out in front of a slider, missed by about 3 feet. Faisal getting the swing and miss to move it to 1-2. Ruben played at Bethune-Cookman this past season. Made 8 starts, got 44 at-bats. 1-2 from Faisal is outside. DeCarlo dropped it, didn't get too far. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, the new count to Ruben Zawani. It's Pinder at third, Grajales Vasquez at second, and Evan Williams at first. Faisal comes set, working from the far side of the rubber. 2-2 pitch. Just barely tapped foul towards his dugout. Noticeable difference in energy on the away side of things. The Otterbots last night were rowdy all game. Very chatty throughout, and Greeneville, a much tamer team. The 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Zawani. Faisal comes set. Eyes third base. Now comes home. And Zawani swings and fouls it off the mask of DeCarlo. Keeps this at-bat alive. Not only does Zawani have 1 of the 2 grand slams this season, he also has 5 at-bats, which is tied for third most with the bases loaded, but just 1 hit to show for it in those 5 tries. Another 2-2. Zawani lifts it. Shallow left center field. Weish ranging in, makes the catch. And now he drops the ball, and that one's going to bounce down. And the umpire waves that that could be a double play at second base. Lots of confusion. And Moranto tagging multiple runners. And I think just the lead runner here, Grajales Vasquez, will be out. It's an RBI single. Will likely go in the book actually as an error on Weish. And Mickey Tettleton will come out and have a chat. Weish went in the gap, and it almost looked like he was trying to throw it before he made the catch secured. Quick thinking by Moranto to stick the tag on a pair of runners. It was Grajales Vasquez trying to get back towards second, and Tettleton's making the case that Williams was not yet arrived at second base. I don't think he's going to get the call change. Greeneville makes it 2-1. Burlington gets at least one out of it. Tettleton's still out talking with Jason Whitfield Jr. on the infield. And now he will ask Alexis Berry, the home plate umpire, to get involved. Marcel moves back to the mound to stay loose. Whitfield Jr. and Berry are staring out towards left center field. Weish and Clavon chatting in left center. And Fernandez and Moranto trying to explain what they think went down. Whitfield Jr. will move back towards Tettleton and point towards second. I don't think they're going to change the call. I think it's going to be Verhalas Vasquez that is ruled out as he backtracked towards second base. Tettleton still making the argument. And this needs to be done. This needs to be over. Either a decision needs to be made to change the call, or they need to stick with it and send Mickey Tettleton back to the dugout. Still pointing towards second base and trying to get an explanation from Whitfield Jr., who has not even made an indication to the crowd of what he is making as the final call. And this is drawn on for several minutes now. Baxter, the third baseman, ranges in. Tettleton shaking his head. I'm assuming he's not going to get the call overturned. And he puts his hands to his side as he walks back towards the dugout. Gets a head shake from Whitfield Jr. And that's how things will stand. So after all that, Zuani puts a swing on it to left field. Bruce Weish is credited with a fielding error. And the Sock Puppets do get one out. Out of all things considered, this is probably the outcome of what happens if Weiss just makes the catch. It would have been Pinder tagging up from third. 2-1 the new score. Burlington still ahead of Greeneville. First pitch from Picel home is high and inside to Gabe Gray, the second baseman for this team. Gray played at Lincoln Memorial University in Tennessee. 52 starts as a freshman at 359. Drove in 41 runs. 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Pomeroy ranging in. Foul ground. Makes the catch for the second out. The infield fly was called. So bases loaded, nobody out for Greeneville has now become 2 on and 2 out. And Picel is 1 out away from getting out of the jam with just 1 run allowed. The 9-hitter, Danny Wallace, stands in. 0-71 on the young season for him. And the first pitch is down and away. And the curveball from Picel. Wallace motioning as if he has something in his eye. Played at Oklahoma State for his freshman season. Top-ranked recruit from Nebraska in 2025. Awaits the 1-0 from Picel. It's high again. 2 balls, no strikes. And it feels like Josh Holliday, the head coach of Oklahoma State, has kind of deployed a strategy to get his freshmen a good amount of work in their first year. You saw Sebastian Norman come play here. He had a good run. Deacon Pomeroy had a good amount of at-bats, as did Danny Wallace in his first year. Takes a strike to bring the count to 2-1. Wallace a home run and 4 runs batted in here. With 5 bombs for the Cowboys. 2-1. Wallace fouls it off to the backstop. Count even at 2-2. Picel, after an 8-pitch first inning, has thrown 27 here in the second. The 2-2. Curveball misses downstairs to Carlo. Blocks it in the dirt. Outruns full, 3-2. Picel trying to squander just the 1 run here with 2 runners on. Picel's pitch to Wallace. Runners go. It doesn't matter. Waved on and missed. Picel collects his first strikeout of the game to end the top of the second inning. Greeneville gets 1. The swing from Zawani to send Pinder home. It's 2-1. Burlington leads. We head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. Back here for the bottom of the second inning. 7 Burlington hitters come to hit in the first, so it's 8-9-1 here in the bottom of 2. The Sock Puppets leading the Flyboys 2-1. It's Kyler Baxter, the 8-man tonight, to lead things off against Dylan Kirksey. Just completed his 12th inning of the summer. His toughest so far. Allows 4 hits in 2 runs in the first. First pitch to the switch-hitting Baxter is grounded foul in front of home plate. Just a few feet foul into the right. Baxter 1 for 4 in last night's contest. With a single and 3 groundouts. Wake Forest product OHC 0-1. Lifts it deep to left field. Ranging over, Kerrigan has room, makes the play a few feet to the right of the foul line for the first out. And to round out the order. Didn't get to see him in last night's game. You might not recognize him, he's freshly shaven. Braden Moranto digs in, and it was a scorching start to the season. Moranto has tapered off a little bit, but still one of the best hitters in the league this year. A .365. 13 runs batted in. He often occupies the 9 spot in the order. First pitch. Moranto lines it back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. The first pitch Braden Moranto sees, he likes, and puts a man on first here with 1 out. So we'll reset the order. Bryce Clavon, second try. Hard line out to right field his first time up. Moranto off of first. First pitch to Clavon is in there for a strike. Clavon just 173 this year. He gets on base in 37% of at-bats. Ranto, big lead, fakes the run towards second. Doesn't get a throwback from Rajales Vasquez from behind home plate, and the ball misses away to make it 2-1. Spinning all three pitches. Kirksey's start to Clavon. Pitches downstairs again. That one will make it 2-1. Now the 2-1 to Clavon. Lifted, left center field, headed towards the gap. Williams Jr. cuts it off, makes the play deep in the left center field gap for the second out of the inning. And Clavon has put 2 good swings on baseballs tonight. And both of them end with him heading back towards the dugout, just the way it works sometimes. Seems to be swinging it more confidently, though, as is Orlando Fernandez. First hit of the game was off his bat in the first inning. Back-to-back games with a hit for Orlando. The 0-0. Ranto takes off. Fernandez watches, it's in the dirt. Throw is way offline. Barely snagged by Gabe Gray. Ranto steals second. His 5th stolen bag of the season. The Southern Miss Golden Eagle puts a man in scoring position for Fernandez. 1-0, grounded to third. Can he get through the hole? It can't. Cut off by Ray. Long throw. He won't throw it. Moranto will stop at third, and Fernandez puts it in a good spot. He's got 2 hits tonight. It's an infield single to extend the inning and put runners at the corners for Deacon Pomeroy. A no-hitter in the league comes up to bat more times with runners in scoring position. His 30th at-bat of the year. Fernandez takes off towards second, and he's barely in there. Almost ran themselves out of the inning, did the Sock Puppets. Fernandez remains perfect. It's his 9th bag of the year. So runners at third and second for Pomeroy. The pitch. Pomeroy watches it down low. Count is 1-1 to Deacon Pomeroy. Second on the team in home runs with 4 bombs this year. Setties and waits for the 1-1 from Kirksey. Pitch home. Pomeroy fouls it off right at home plate. Kirksey trying to work his magic to get out of this inning after allowing 2 in the first. Moranto is the runner at third. Fernandez at second. Each with a stolen base in this inning. The 1-2. Pomeroy grounds it foul behind home plate again. They got it off the end of the bat. His buddy Novi will retrieve it. Kirksey shakes. Now comes set. 1-2 to Pomeroy. Lifted. Deep right field. And right at the right fielder, Wallace, who makes the catch. He was playing back towards the track. A couple of steps back. Ends the threat. Pomeroy puts a good swing on it. Nothing comes to pass for the Sock Puppets. It's 2-1 after 2 innings here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the third we go here, Burlington and Greeneville in game one of their mini two-game series. It was initially going to be a three-game set till the USA Collegiate National Team said, let's play some teams in your league. And so that doubleheader will be tomorrow, with Greeneville taking on the Stars team at 3 o'clock here at the ballpark, and 7 o'clock will be game two between the Sock Puppets and the Stripes team. So we go to the top of the third, second time through the order for Julian Picel. It's Kerrigan Ray and Williams Jr. Picel's first pitch, lifted, shallow center field. Clavon will not get there, and it lands in front of Bruce Weish. It's a leadoff single on the first pitch for Matthew Kerrigan. Picel mowed through that part of the order in the first inning on 8 pitches. Not the case this time. Carson Ray popped out to first base. It is first AB of the game. Each batter Picel will face this inning already with at least 2 home runs this season. The 0-0. Ray outside. DeCarlo back pick to first. Pomeroy at first. Tries to apply the tag, not in time. Pitch missed upstairs, so it's 1 ball and no strikes to Carson Ray. Committed to go play collegiate baseball next season at Houston for Will Davis. And that one misses outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. It's a new hire for the Cougars from Lamar University. Will Davis, 2-0. Inside again. Make it 3-0. And Picel really doesn't walk a lot of guys. He's yet to walk a batter in tonight's game. He's faced just 2 3-ball counts tonight. The 3-0. Outside. Missed it. 4 straight pitches are out of the zone. And so it puts 2 men on with no one out. Brian Williams Jr. will bat. The Appy League Select Team announced they'll play a doubleheader against the USA Collegiate National Team at the training complex. First pitch to Williams in there for a strike. That will be on Monday, a league-wide off day. Greeneville with 3 players chosen to represent the Appalachian League. Burlington with 6. The Flyboys will send Matthew Kerrigan, Olin Ward, and Carson Brumbaugh. 0-1. Williams grounds it to short. Fernandez over to second. For 1, Moranto's throw to first. In time, a double play, 6-4-3. A big pair of outs. Julian Picel gets the ground ball and gets the double up. Kerrigan moves to third. Levi Pinder doubled and scored the only run for the Flyboys in the second inning. First pitch. Pinder lifts it, deep center field. Clavon backtracking, has plenty of room, moves under it. Makes the catch to retire the side here in the third. So Picel works around a leadoff single followed by a walk, gets a double play ball. And a weak pop-up to end the inning. It's 2-1 Burlington. We head to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. It's a pack of wolves here in the third inning. Burlington leads Greeneville 2-1. Bottom of the third inning will be the NC State part of this order. Brandon Novi, Vincent DiCarlo, and Devin Mitchell, all of which in the transfer portal. Novi will lead things off. RBI single in the first inning. It's still Dylan Kirksey on the bump for the Flyboys. First pitch. Novi doesn't offer it, misses upstairs for a ball. Novi at .359 on the season. His OPS 1172. That leads the team 1-0. Outside to Novi, who's also the tallest hitter in the lineup at 6'5", 235 pounds. 2-0. Novi grounds it sharply down the third baseline, foul. Last night it was a pitcher's duel in the early part of the game. You had Taylor Waldron of Danville and Tate Jones of Burlington each go into the sixth inning. Didn't quite make it out. The 2-1. Novi skies one, center field, not deep. Williams Jr. ranging in, camps under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Novi's retired to start the third. In stands Vincent DiCarlo. Bounced into a fielder's choice back in the first. His first at-bats at home in quite some time. Since the Elizabethton game. That was game 6 of the season. This is game 18. Swings and fouls the first pitch out of play. Kirksey starting to settle in. And now the 0-1 to the Burlington catcher. Carlo fouls it again. This time towards his dugout. Makes it 0-2. No walks and no strikeouts for the right-hander out of Coppin State. He has allowed 6 hits in this game. 4 came in the first and 2 came in the second. 0-2 just misses. Makes the count 1-2 to DiCarlo. 864 OPS this season. Eyes down Kirksey. 1-2. DiCarlo lines it into left. Will it get down? It will. Bounces right in front of Kerrigan. DiCarlo, hard turnaround first. He's got a single here. It's the 7th hit of the game for Burlington. The offense has really come to life the last few days. 11 hits in that extra inning win against Danville 2 nights ago. 11 hits last night and already 7 hits with just 1 out in the third inning tonight. And one of those 7 hits was Devin Mitchell, an RBI single in the first inning. First pitch to Devin Mitchell. Line into left center field. It'll get down for a base hit. And it gets deep enough. And coming into third is DiCarlo. He's safe. And Mitchell will grab second on the throw. It's runners in scoring position with 1 out for Bruce Weiss here in the third inning. Devin Mitchell with a pair of hard barrels tonight. Just a rocket off the bat of Mitchell. And now Bruce Weiss with a chance to really do damage here. Burlington never led last night in the 9-7 loss to Danville. Back-to-back 100-mile-an-hour swings for the Sock Puppets. In stands Weiss. Was an offer at the first pitch. Missed inside with a belt-high fastball. Weiss adjusts his shin guard. Taps the plate and gets set into his open stance. Kirksey ready to work. 1-0, grounded to third. It'll stay fair. DiCarlo comes in to score. Weiss chugs down to first. It's an RBI ground out. And also taking third is Mitchell. So he moves both runners up and gets an RBI, his 5th of the season. Burlington leads now 3-1. The switch hitter Kyler Baxter in for his second time tonight. .238 hitter this year. First pitch to Baxter. Missed outside. It's better from the left side than from the right side, although he's hit way less from the right side this year. 226. That one in there for a strike. There's 11 ABs as a right-handed hitter compared to 33 from the left side. The 1-1 to Baxter. Grounded softly to first. Deep in the hole for Zawani. Has to throw to his pitcher. Kirksey steps on first and ends the inning. We've played 3 in Burlington. The Sock Puppets lead the Flyboys 3-1. We head to the 4th. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the 4th we go. Julian Picel takes the hill for his 4th inning tonight. That's been the way that pitching coach Dave Schmidt has wanted to go after a little bit of a slower start to the year, less innings per pitcher. Tate Jones went 5 2/3 last night, and Julian Picel out there to start his 4th inning. It's more of a pitch count thing. Jones was pulled before 80 last night. Picel with 45 pitches through 3 innings. First hitter of the 4th is Nelson Grajales-Vazquez, who lines one deep down the left field line, and in fair play, Weiss cuts it off. Long round from Grajales-Vazquez, and a perfect throw-in from the deep part of left field by Weiss. It's a leadoff single for Grajales-Vazquez. A pair of hits for the catcher tonight, and now Evan Williams will work. It's the 3rd straight inning that Greeneville has started with a man on base to lead off the inning. Williams doesn't offer at the curveball. It misses in the dirt. It's game 2 of technically a 4-game home stretch for the Sock Puppets. Tomorrow's doubleheader between the Stars and Stripes of the Collegiate National Team. That one misses inside from Picel. 3 o'clock against the Flyboys for the Stars team, and the Stripes team takes on the Sock Puppets at 7 p.m. for LabCorp night here at the stadium. And then Sunday, the two teams will play again, Greeneville and Burlington, at 5:30 for a 7-inning game. 2-0 pitch. Williams doesn't offer. Picel has now worked another 3-0 count. Just one walk tonight for Picel, along with one strikeout. Entering tonight, a guy who was camping around 12, 13 Ks per 9, but just 1 K through 3 innings. Misses with 4 straight to Evan Williams. Puts 2 men on here with no one out. And Evan Williams now has come to bat with 5 men on base in 2 tries. Reached on an error, which scored a run on a fly ball to left field his first time, with the bases loaded and nobody out back in the second. Giovanni sub-200 hitter with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. First pitch. Giovanni looks at it. That's 5 misses, and DiCarlo thought that was his strike. An extra calculated pause before he tossed it back to the mound. Alexis Berry not giving him that one. And it was certainly in the zone, according to the StatCast. Count 1-0. Giovanni swings, lines one softly into center field over the head of Moranto. Clavon charges in to get it, and that will put the bases loaded with no one out in the even innings tonight. Greeneville did it in the second. They've done it again here in the fourth. And it's a hit party here on Friday night. Now 14 hits collected between the two sides in 3+ innings. And Dave Schmidt stays occupied on his bench in the dugout. Not going to go out and talk to Picel. There is some activity in the bullpen. It looks like Bubba Sims will be the first man out of the pen tonight. Joe Gomez and Nick Fine, 2 guys also expected to throw tonight. Picel's 0-0 is swung on and missed by Gabe Gray, and that was maybe the hardest pitch he's thrown tonight. Grooved the fastball right by Gray. Gray popped out in foul ground to Pomeroy in the second inning. The 0-1. Outside to Gray. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside again to Gray. Gets into his hitter's count at 2-1. It's his first at-bat this season with the bases loaded. 2-1 misses inside again, so Picel has made it now 3-1. 92 miles an hour, still on that fastball. Hasn't dropped off any velocity here throughout this game. The 3-1. Lifted in the air, left field. Long run for Weish. Heads towards the wall, and it is out of here. A grand slam for Gabe Gray. It was a wall scraper, but it counts for 4. His first at-bat of the season with the bases loaded, and he hits it 377 feet to left center field on a fastball from Picel to give Greeneville their first lead of the night. It's 5-3 Flyboys here in the fourth. Now the 9-man, Danny Wallace. Still no one out here in the fourth. Slider misses outside. It's a 91-mile-an-hour fastball in the lower left part of the middle quadrant. That one in there for a strike. And Picel hadn't really struggled with the home run ball, just the second he's allowed this year, over 11 and a half innings. This is outside again. 2-1 the count to Wallace, struck out in the second inning. It's Gray's first home run of the season for the Flyboys. 2-1. Outside again, and Picel is starting to slip away here. He's got 4 hitters in a row after Danny Wallace and are above 300 entering tonight. 3-1 pitch. Lifted in the air. Should stay in the park. Foul ground for DiCarlo. Drops his mask and makes the catch. And Picel finally gets an out here in the 4th. And Mickey Tettleton will make his way out to the mound. That could do it for Julian Picel. It looks like Bubba Sims will be the arm that Burlington goes to. That'll be it for Julian Picel. He ends the day with no runners on base. With 3 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Gives way to Bubba Sims. Looking to add style, comfort, and protection to your home, business, or vehicle? Suntamer's Window Tinting has you covered. Their professional window tinting helps block harmful UV rays, improve energy efficiency, and enhance the look of any space. They also offer clear paint protection film to preserve your vehicle's finish and custom wraps for a bold new look without affecting resale value. When quality matters, trust the experts at Suntamer's Window Tinting. Bubba Sims, a local product. Nearby Burlington, North Carolina. Pitched and played 3 sports at Walter Williams High School, where he was one of the state's best basketball players. But opted to stick with baseball, where he's headed to UNC Greensboro next season. Making his 6th appearance of the season, 6 1/3 innings of work. 10 hits, 8 runs allowed, 4 walks, 9 Ks. And he was signed to this team after pitching in an exhibition game against a team of YouTubers and content creators during opening week here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. He tossed the first 3 innings of that game, and Mickey Tettleton was so impressed by his velocity in that game that they offered him a spot the following day, and he sticks around for summer ball. Sims' last outing at home came in the walk-off win over Elizabethton on June 11th. He allowed 3 runs in 2 innings, but he had 4 strikeouts. Doesn't walk too many batters. And so Mickey Tettleton, not wanting to see Picel work through the order for a 3rd time, makes the switch. Matthew Kerrigan is backed off the plate on the first pitch of the night from Bubba Sims. Sims, the righty, stands 5'11", 185 pounds. 1-0. In there for a strike to Kerrigan. Couple of hard hit balls for Kerrigan tonight. A fly out and a single, 1 for 2. Hitting .381 this year, and that one just can't quite catch the inside corner. Sims' velo is impressive to start. First 2 fastballs clocked in the 92.5 range. Misses with the 2-1 to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. 4 walks scored last night in the loss. 3-1 from Sims. Lifted in the air, center field. Clay Vaughn ranges over to his right and makes the catch That's 2 gone here in the 4th inning. Damage control last night worked to some extent. You had Lawson McLeod enter with 2 runners on in the 6th. Got the last out of the inning, but then walked the first 4 of the 7th. And that was when it all unraveled. A 6-run 7th inning for Danville last night was too much for the Sock Puppets to retrace. And the first pitch to Carson Reyes fouled to the backstop, 0-1. Ray 0 for 1 tonight. Pop out in a walk. The 0-1. Outside, DeCarlo can't squeeze it. Brings the count even at 1-1, and Pomeroy will range in from first to toss the ball aside. And Picel ends his day with 62 pitches thrown. The 1-1 from Sims, kind of an awkward swing. Ray kind of chopped at it as he backed out of the batter's box on the off-speed pitch. Sends it foul out of play. Sims 1 strike away from getting out of the 4th inning. The 1-2. High, can't quite find the top part of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost primarily fastball so far from Sims. Just 2 curveballs and 7 fastballs. The 2-2. Hard liner to second. Moranto spears it, makes the catch. That ends the inning. Feeling grand for the 2nd night in a row. It's the opposite side. Gabe Gray with a grand slam to give Greeneville a 5-3 lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. Same pitcher because I couldn't see his number when he's warming up. Dylan Kirksey will attempt to get through the 4th inning. He's tossed just 46 pitches tonight for the Flyboys. No walks and no strikeouts. Bit of an odd stat line. 8 hits allowed and 3 runs scored. Moranto will lead things off. Singled in the 2nd, stole second base, but was stranded at 3rd. Swings the first pitch again, grounds it to 2nd. Gray makes the play, throws to 1st. The first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Flyboys pitcher, Dylan Kirksey. And a guy who's seen him well tonight is Bryce Clavon. Hasn't quite been rewarded. 2 hard outs to the outfield. A line out in the 1st and a fly out in the 2nd. And if Clavon can get on, he can get to 2nd pretty quickly. Watches the first one for strike 1. Awaits the 0-1 from Kirksey. The pitch home is low and away for ball 1. Clavon Shakes his head. Plays in the dirt a little bit. Greeneville middle infield pushback, as is the outfield. The 1-1 to Clavon. Hit towards short. Ray, tough play. All the way across the diamond, and he beats Clavon by a few steps. That's a Division I shortstop over there. He gets the second out of the inning. Well, he wasn't a 4-year varsity player at Midwest City or at Woodward Academy for no reason. So a pair of groundouts on just 4 pitches here in this inning. Kirksey trying to make a case to come out for the 5th. First pitch to Orlando Fernandez, nearly gets him. Fernandez has jumped out of the way of a few pitches the past couple games. Fernandez 2 for 2 tonight, a pair of singles. 1-0. In there for a strike. Good fastball on the outer half from Kirksey. Fernandez' first single was a flare out to right field. Didn't even realize that he hit it in fair play. And his second one was an infield single deep in the hole at shortstop. 1-1 outside. Brings the count to 2-1. Fernandez in his second season here in the Appy League. He was a 300 hitter that played on the left side of the infield last season. 2-1. Inside again to Fernandez. They've really yet to see the extra base power that Fernandez does possess. His OPS sits at just .603 entering tonight's game. He hit 13 bombs at Northwest Florida State. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fernandez went fishing outside. Smiles as he looks towards his dugout. We'll get back in before a full count pitch. Kirksey trying to make it a 1-2-3 4th inning. Setting his stretch. And delivers home. Inside to Fernandez. He lost him for ball 4. Fernandez very talented at working the count. That's his 16th walk of the season, which is 69 plate appearances. His 23% walk rate. He's the best among qualified hitters. Jack Beck walks at a higher rate, but he's just played in 5 games. Out in Arizona at the MLB Draft Showcase at Chase Field. Deacon Pomeroy stands in. Trying to tie this game with one swing. Missed downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. And Beck's numbers have just been off the charts at that showcase. Recorded the 4 hardest hit balls, exit velocity-wise, on day 1. It was hitting balls upwards of 460 feet on day 2. The 1-0. Pomeroy backs away. 2 balls, no strikes. Pomeroy hot on this homestand. 3 hits last night. Had a single in the first inning and lined out in the second. The 2-0. Pomeroy grounds it down the third baseline. Fair off the glove of Pinder. And no play. Fernandez to second. It could be another hit given to Pomeroy. There'll be a scorer's decision here. And so Brandon Novi with 2 men on and 2 out. They give Pomeroy a hit. It's his second of the game. And the 9th hit of the night for the Sock Puppets. Novi can take the lead with 1 swing. First pitch misses out. Well, Kirksey had Fernandez where he wanted him. Payoff 3-2 pitch, and he missed with it. And now he's got 2 runners on. The 1-0 to Novi. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Novi a double and a single. And reached base on a walk, so he was also on base 3 times last night. A 2-0 pitch. Outside, skips away from the catcher. And that'll be a free base for Fernandez up to third. Pomeroy up to second. Grajales Vasquez couldn't quite block it in time. And now almost certainly you would think Brandon Novia is the green light on a 3-0 count with 2 runners on base in a 2-run game. He's one of the absolute game wreckers in the Appalachian League. The 3-0. Novi watches a fastball right down the middle. Action brewing in the Flyboys bullpen. It's Bradley Coulter getting loose. The 3-1. Outside to Novi, walked him. That will load the bases for Vinny DiCarlo. Quick mound visit. Grajales Vasquez jogs out to the mound. DiCarlo is 1 for 3 this season with the bases loaded. What a big spot this would be. To get back all of the runs in one swing would be quite something. It would be the 3rd grand slam in the last 7 innings of play here at the ballpark. Pitch home. DiCarlo watches it. It's in there for a strike. A single and a fielder's choice tonight for DiCarlo. And awaits the 0-1 from Kirksey. Pitch home. Inside to DiCarlo, 1-1. The next pitch will be number 67 tonight for Dylan Kirksey. What was going to be a quick inning, but has quickly turned into what will likely be his last. DiCarlo sends a high pop-up into center field. Ranging over, Williams Jr. makes the catch, ends the threat. Kirksey gets out unscathed, and Greeneville holds a 5-3 lead after 4 innings. The Flyboys ahead here in Burlington. Back in a moment for the top of the 5th. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the top of the 5th we go. Bubba Sims is on the mound. And here we'll have the 3-4-5 part of this order. Ryan Williams Jr., Levi Pinder, and Nelson Grajales Vasquez. Sims, quick work. Got 2 quick outs in the 4th. Really looking for some efficiency to bump that ERA down that was inflated to 4 digits. First pitch to Williams, in there for a strike. Primarily fastball throwing Sims through 10 pitches, 8 fastballs to just 2 curveballs. Williams, couple of bounce outs. One was a double play. That one's lifted out of play, foul. Makes the count 0-2. Williams digs back in for the 0-2. Sims downhill. Breaking pitch. Couldn't quite get a swing. Had about 20 inches of vertical drop. It started about belt high to Williams. Dropped out all the way below his knees. The 1-2. Fastball. Outside corner. Called third strike. Bubba Sims heating up. A backwards K handed to Brian Williams Jr. to start off the 5th. So in stands Levi Pinder, double in the flyout tonight. Scored a run back in the 2nd. First pitch. Pinder sends one into right field. That'll get down. Mitchell long run to the ball. Pinder has his 2nd hit of the game. Single to shallow right field. Puts a man on for the Flyboys here in the 5th. And a dangerous part of the order tonight. Grajales, Vasquez, Williams, and Zuani have reached base in all 6 plate appearances tonight. Grajales, Vasquez, a pair of singles tonight. Sims comes set at the stretch. First time he's hit a base runner on base tonight. A good check swing there. Won't matter. That should be a strike, and it is. Barry did appeal to Whitfield Jr. for that. Make it 0-1 to Grajales Vasquez. The 0-1 after a long pause. Same spot. This time, I'll check again. This time, they say Grajales Vasquez did not go. That fastball is about shoulder level to the 6'2" catcher. It's from the right side. The 1-1. And away with an off-speed pitch. That one missed outside. Brings a count to 2-1. Oh, it's a called strike. Late call there from Alexis Berry. Caught the corner. Was well outside of the StatCast feed. And now the 1-2. Sims has 2 Ks here in the 5th inning. This time a swing and a miss from Grajales Vasquez, who says some colorful words as he storms back to the dugout. The 3rd strikeout by a Burlington pitcher tonight. Evan Williams, 3rd try against Burlington's pitching staff tonight. First pitch inside to Williams. The 2-way player getting a crack in the order. He's primarily appeared as a pitcher this year. It's just 12 at-bats so far, but he's made good work in those ABs. 429 and 5 for 12 hitting. Pinder leading off at first. The 1-0 pitch. Williams sends a high fly ball, tailing towards the gap in left center field. Long run for Clavon, and it's out of here. Evan Williams has the 2nd home run of the night for a Flyboy and makes this game 7-3 here in the 5th. The wind just taking it a little bit more. That's the 2nd ball hit out to left center field that has just barely gotten out of here, and it's Williams' 1st home run of the season. .386 feet, 100.4 miles per hour off the bat, and Burlington falls into a 7-3 hole, trying to defend that record They have not lost in games they've scored first in this season. First pitch to Ruben Zawani is a curveball for strike one. Zawani single and reached on an error. The 0-1. That one sent into the air. Shallow center field. Clavon ranging in, makes the catch, and that will end the fifth inning. Halfway through this one, Burlington has some work to do on the offensive end. It's 7-3 Greeneville. We head to the bottom of the fifth. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. A new arm for the Greeneville Flyboys. Bradley Coulter is out to work here in the fifth inning. A redshirt sophomore at Cincinnati from Taylorsville, Kentucky. Appeared in just 5 games for the Bearcats this year through just 2 innings. But he's been there for 3 years. His freshman season, he got 20 innings of work. Finished that year with a 7.2 ERA. And he's 2-0 with zeros in his ERA through 4 appearances in the Appy League this season. His first pitch, Mitchell cranks one high and deep left center field. Ranging over, Kerrigan has room about 12, 15 feet in front of the wall and makes the catch. So Coulter has not allowed a hit, let alone a run, in 6 2/3 innings of work. He's walked just 3 hitters, and he's struck out 8. His next man to face him is Bruce Weish. Pair of groundouts tonight for the left fielder, the 0-0. In there for a strike. Weish watched it. Coulter was an all-state pitcher in high school. Spencer County, Kentucky. 0-1 is outside for a ball. Here comes the 1-1 from Coulter. Weiss swings, grounds it down the third base line. Fair play. Pinder throws over to first base, makes the play, and that is 2 down here in this 5th inning. That's 3 groundouts tonight for Bruce Weiss. Weiss with a lot of chatter to Baxter, his teammate. As Baxter digs in, he'll hit from the left side a 3rd time tonight. He's not the only switch hitter on this team. Believe it or not, Joshua Evans, a left-handed pitcher, bats both ways. Mickey Tettleton not too keen on giving his pitchers ABs. Baxter fouls the first pitch off. There was a time at the start of the season where there was only a few outfielders that had arrived to play in the first series at Kingsport, and he was talking about how he might have to put a pitcher in left field in the first series of the year. Did not end up being the case, and that ended the bid at a pitcher getting an at-bat. 0-1 is downstairs to Baxter, makes it 1-1. It's been tough for the home crowd this year. They've piled the stands now. Over 1,000 people at all 7 games. And tonight's attendance likely to be in the 2,000 range, as most Firework Friday events can be. Last night's attendance on the Thursday night was 2,546. 1-2 is the count to Baxter. Kind of sticks his butt out to go chase that one. Fouls it off to stay alive. So count to 1-2 to Baxter. Coulter trying to move through the order and get a 1-2-3 5th inning out of the pen. The 1-2. Fisted down the third base line. It won't stay fair. Just barely cascading foul at the last second. We'll do it again. Baxter with 3 straight foul balls in this AB. He's not hitting with batting gloves. Puts some dirt on his hands before getting set again. Lifts the bat behind his head and now gets set. Coulter out of the windup with another 1-2 pitch to Kyler Baxter. Swung on, set back up the middle for a base hit. Kyler Baxter has the 10th hit of the game for Burlington tonight. It's a 2-out single to keep this inning alive. Gives way to the 9-man, Braden Maranto, who's seen just 2 pitches tonight. A single and a ground out for the Sock Puppets' second baseman. So Baxter is the first to crack Coulter this year. It was 7 innings of hitless ball. That's the first hit he's allowed. Maranto swings at the first pitch like he's done twice tonight. Fouls it off the backstop. Maranto was tied for or leading the league in RBIs for 4 days. It has since given way to his teammate Deacon Pomeroy. 0-1, quick throw over to first base to check on Baxter, back in standing. Maranto steps back in. Moves his feet from side to side. Now waits. The 0-1. Runner takes off. Baxter trying to grab second. Pitches low. Down to second. Baxter not in time. He just barely got the hand around. The throw was plenty in time, but Ray couldn't quite tag Baxter out. It's the 3rd stolen base of the night for the Sock Puppets. It's Baxter's 3rd bag of the year. A team that steals the 2nd most bases in the Appalachian League. 1-1 to Maranto. Swung on, set in the left field. Hooking down the line, and Kerrigan traces it, makes the catch, and ends the 5th inning. A couple more hard hit balls in that frame. But nothing to pass again. We're through 5 here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Greeneville 7, Burlington 3. Back in a moment for the 6th. To the 6th inning we go here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. It's a 7-3 lead for the Flyboys. Bubba Sims out there to work for his second full inning last inning. The second long ball of the game off the bat of Evan Williams. First pitch. Scoots away from DiCarlo, bounces down the third base line for ball 1. He'll have Gabe Gray, Danny Wallace, and Matthew Kerrigan to bat. 1-0 offering misses away. The 2-run home run for Evan Williams last inning was the first runs the Flyboys scored tonight with 2 outs. The 2-0. That one's lifted to center field. Clavon freezes, now moves in a couple steps and tracks it into his glove for the first out of the inning. And he's been busy out there, already 4 putouts in the last 4 innings for Clavon. Danny Wallace to round out this Greeneville order for the 3rd time tonight. A strikeout and a pop-out. First pitch from Sims. Wallace doesn't offer at it, and the curveball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Wallace, similar to Pomeroy, got good chances at Oklahoma State. He started 25 games this year and got 77 at-bats. The 0-1 lifted down the line. His teammate Pomeroy, ranging into foul ground, has plenty of room and makes the catch just a few feet in front of that tarp for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order, Matthew Kerrigan, the Auburn commit. 1 for 3 tonight. A pair of flyouts after a single. The 0-0. Kerrigan backs away. Sims misses inside with it. Well, it's good for Sims. Struggled a little bit with control. That one's in there for a strike to make it 1-1. He's hunted the zone a lot better tonight. 60% of his pitches have been strikes. No walks and 2 strikeouts for the right-hander. The 1-1. Outside. Didn't quite catch the corner. Makes it 2-1. Kerrigan waits for the 2-1. Pitch home. Nearly got him on a curveball that tracks inside the left-handed hitters. Kerrigan had it back out of the way. (3-1). Sims fastball misses away, and that is a walk with 2 outs in the 6th. Kerrigan jogs down to first. Greeneville last in the league in getting walks in the 6th inning. They get one there. Carson Ray ready to do damage. 0 for 2 tonight, a pop-out, a line-out, and a walk. First pitch to Ray. Swung on and missed. Got a tip of the ball as it landed in DiCarlo's glove. Carson Ray, also one of the prep kids on this team, headed to Houston next season. Kerrigan off of first, takes off towards second. Throw down from DiCarlo is plenty in time, and he's tagged out. A perfect strike. Vincent DiCarlo buries Matthew Kerrigan in no man's land to end the inning. 2-6 on the throwdown. Ends the threat and sends this game to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-3, still the lead for the Flyboys. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the sixth we go. The bottom half, and it's the top of the order. Clavon, Fernandez, Pomeroy here for the Sock Puppets, and they're facing Braden Coulter for the second straight inning. Coulter works around a single in the fifth, and his first pitch to Clavon skips about 3 feet in front of home plate and rolls all the way to the backstop off the glove of Grajales Vasquez. Out of the windup, the right-hander goes home. Clavon, hard ground ball through the hole and into left field. And Bryce Clavon finally gets rewarded for a hard hit ball tonight. He's got his first hit of this homestand. But it sure felt like a long time. 0 for his last 8 in this stadium. So now Fernandez, with the leadoff man on. Quick throw to first. Clavon will almost certainly steal at some point in this at-bat, unless Fernandez makes hard contact on his first swing. It is the first inning that Burlington has started with a runner on tonight. Team that leads the league in getting the leadoff man on. 47% of at-bats, and Fernandez takes inside, but he gets past the catcher, and Clavon won't get a stolen base. Instead, he'll move to second on the pass ball. Well, the easiest way to avoid having Clavon steal is to just hand him second base. Fernandez waits for the 1-0, and it hits him in the back. It's been close a couple times on the inner half to Fernandez. That time it got him square in the back, right above the number 7 he dons on the back of his jersey, and the tying run has moved to the on-deck circle, and it's a dangerous spot in this order. Deacon, Pomeroy will dig in, and for Fernandez, this is a momentum-changing game for the Burlington shortstop. He started to hit it harder again last night, but he's now reached base in all 4 plate appearances tonight. 2 singles, a walk, and now a hit by pitch. In stands Pomeroy. First pitch, Pomeroy watches it. Fastball inside part of the plate for strike 1. Pomeroy 2 singles tonight and a line out. So 5 hits in his last 9 ABs. And the 0-1. Down and in. Brings the count even at a ball and a strike. They already hit with a runner in scoring position earlier in the game. He gets a second at-bat here. Clavon, hard lead off second. 1-1. Pomeroy digs that one out of the ground. Can't catch anything on it, and it's 1-2. Very patient. A couple practice swings back towards the pitcher. Now comes set in his stance. 1-2 from Coulter. Pomeroy doesn't offer at it. The fastball misses just off the plate. Grajales Vasquez with a long hold trying to frame that one to keep it in the zone. Change-up, fastball, change-up, change-up on the 4-pitch mix, and that pitch did miss off the plate. 2-2 to Pomeroy. Clavon takes off, swung on a miss, throw down to third. Clavon's gunned down by quite a few feet. It's a strike him out, throw him out for the Flyboys. Grajales Vasquez squeezes it, tosses down. Clavon was out by 3 or 4 feet. And quickly 0 to 2 outs. A big swing for this Flyboys defense. It's the 3rd time Clavon's been gunned down stealing. Fernandez moves to second. And now Brandon Novi stands in. Novi watches the first one, miss inside for a ball. Look out to Novi, 1-0. Fernandez leads off a second. The 1-0 pitch is down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. So for Fernandez, he gets credit for a stolen base on the double steal. So he's now the second man to double-digit stolen bags this year. 10 for him, 18 for Clavon. 2-0, but first a check back to Fernandez at second. Well, Novi entered tonight, tied atop the league lead in home runs, but Jackson Geiger over in Johnson City hit a big fly. So he's now the sole leader with 6 bombs. That one just catches the corner, and Novi puts his bat down immediately. He thought that was well outside. Perhaps a makeup call. The second pitch caught the outer half of the zone. So the count, 2-1 to Novi. Pitch home. Outside again. That one is called a strike. And Novi, in a little bit of disbelief, will step out. That's now 2 changeups in a row on the outer half that have missed by a good 4 or 5 inches off the plate that have been called strikes. 2-2 to Novi. Skips in the dirt. Fernandez stays put at second. Novi's worked this count full. It's 3-2. Fernandez deepens his lead at second. 3-2 to Novi. Grounded softly towards third, and it will get foul down the line. Novi didn't even drop his bat. He carried it nearly 3/4 of the way to first base, where he'll circle back towards the batter's box and get another 3-2 pitch from Braden Coulter. Coulter wants a new sign. Comes set in the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Novi hammers it deep to right field. Could it get over the short porch? It's foul and out of play instead, as it caroms off that brick wall and back onto the field. So it's just a long foul ball instead for Novi. We'll see the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Burlington 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position tonight. Greeneville 4 for 8. Could be the second night in a row that Burlington out-hits its opponent but falls short. The 3-2 to Novi. Outside, and that one missed. Ball 4 to Brandon Novi. It's his second walk in a row. And he'll hop down towards first. Puts 2 men on for Vincent DiCarlo. His last AB was with the bases loaded. Flew out to center field. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Also a single and a fielder's choice. First pitch to Vinny is high for ball 1. DiCarlo officially just 1 home run this season. The Appy League not counting extra inning stats. DiCarlo had the walk-off home run against Elizabethton just 2 weeks ago. The 1-0. Outside, doesn't catch the corner, makes it 2-0. "32 pitches from Bradley Coulter tonight. Back into his stretch position. Fernandez off a second. Novi off a first. Inside to DiCarlo, and that is now 3 misses in a row to DiCarlo. 4 straight if you count the ball 4 to Novi, which was in the zone on the StatCast. 3-0 to DiCarlo. Swing and a miss. Hard swing. DiCarlo wanted to make this a 1-run game. And he got a middle fastball to attack. Swung right through it. Three balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. DiCarlo swings and fouls it off the netting. And he can't believe he couldn't straighten that one out. Another full count. Coulter against DiCarlo. 7-3 lead for the Flyboys here in the 6th. First a check towards second. Take toss by Coulter. DiCarlo adjusts his batting gloves. And now steps in. His right foot before his left. Waits till Coulter gets in his stance. Slight bat waggle. The 3-2 pitch. Runners take off. DiCarlo hard ground ball to shortstop. Ray scoops it. Long throw across the diamond. And a stripe from shortstop to beat DiCarlo by his step. Burlington continues to put runners on. They can't bring them home. It's 7-3 after 6 innings of play. Greeneville on top of Burlington. You're listening to the Sock Puppets. We head to the 7th inning. The Flyboys 7, the Sock Puppets 3. It's Nick Fine, making his first appearance. Played JUCO ball at Blinn Junior College in Texas this past season and made the 18-hour drive with his dad just a few days ago here to Burlington, North Carolina. Fine, the latest addition to this pen. He is the shortest player on the team, but don't let that fool you. This guy can seriously light up the radar gun. Guy can get into the mid-90s at 5'6", 168 pounds. And Fine from Prosper, Texas. First pitch is outside. A ball and no strikes is the count to Brian Williams Jr., a 4-year varsity player at Midwest City High School. First pitch is a ball, and that one swung on and missed by Williams. Hit .488 in his senior year with 5 home runs, 7 triples, and 7 doubles. Count 1-1. Fine into his motion. And this is outside. Light velo to start things off. Just 88 on the gun. With a 2-1. Outside, Fine goes to off speed for the first time. Three-one pitch. He's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Ray can't quite move back yet. 3-2 is the count. Pitch home from Fine. Lifted foul off the backstop. Well, the caught stealing ends last inning, so it's Carson Ray to lead things off. Then it's Williams Jr., and then it's Levi Pinder. Ray with a pair of air outs, a pop out and a line out tonight with a walk. 3-2 pitch from Fine. Spins a curveball. Doesn't get the call from home plate umpire Alexis Berry. It's ball 4. Elsewhere in the Appalachian League tonight, Elizabethton has an 8-5 lead in the 7th over Bluefield. Kingsport has a 1-0 lead over Pulaski. And Danville leads Johnson City 7-3. The leadoff walk for Carson Ray gives way to Brian Williams Jr. The first pitch from Fine is outside for ball 1. The Flyboys have issued just 3 walks tonight, and the sock puppet staff has issued just 4. One to Williams Jr. Another curveball away and down from the hitter, and Williams Jr. not offering at it. Williams Jr. now awaiting the 2-0. Comes at a stance. Fine goes home. This is outside a 3rd straight time to Williams Jr., who played at Northern Oklahoma Enid Junior College. The speedster racked up 30 stolen bases, hit .380 with 11 home runs in his first season. Misses with 4 straight pitches. It's Fine's first outing of the Appy League season. And so now it's Levi Pinder who steps in. He scored a pair of runs tonight, a double and a single, plus a flyout in the 3 tries for Pinder tonight. Watches that one miss outside. That is 6 straight misses from Nick Fine. And that will draw pitching coach Dave Schmidt out of the dugout for a quick mound visit. Looking to add style, comfort, or protection to your home, business, or vehicle? Sun Tamer's Window Tinting has you covered. Their professional window tinting helps block harmful UV rays, improve energy efficiency, and enhance the look of any space. They also offer clear paint protection film to preserve your vehicle's finish. Custom wraps for a bold new look without affecting resale value. When quality matters, trust the experts at Sun Tamer's Window Tinting. Fine ready with the 1-0. Tracks it home and a curveball in there for a strike to Pinder. His name is spelled F-E-I-N. It's similar to the hit song by Travis Scott and Playboi Carti that all the middle school kids loved to sing a few years ago called Fiend, but it's pronounced Fine. The 1-1 from Fine. Outside again. He's missed in that same spot numerous times in his first couple at-bats. And last night it was really the nail in the coffin. It was a 2-2 game entering that 7th inning when Danville put 6 runs on the board. 4 of those were walks that came in to score. Fine outside again. It's 3-1. The activity in the bullpen for Burlington is Joe Gomez. Fine. 3-1. Check swing. Did he go? Alexis Berry will make the call herself, and she pointed towards Whitfield, who's standing behind the mound. But instead, she will make the call, so it's strike 2 to Pinder. Another full count. A 3-2. Outside. Lost him, and that curveball is just barely registering 70 miles an hour. It's a stark difference from his fastball at 87 to 88 tonight. And the bases are loaded with no one out. All 3 runners have reached via the base on balls. Fine trying to dig deep, and he's got Nelson Grajales Vasquez, who has 2 hits tonight. Goes back into his windup. Nick Fine's first pitch home. Skips away from DiCarlo, but somehow took an awkward bounce down the third base line, so the runners will stay put. It's Ray at third, Williams Jr. at second, and Pinder at first. The 1-0 from Fine. High. The fastball misses upstairs to Grajales Vasquez. Another 2-ball count. Eyes down Grajales Vasquez, with his glove protecting his face, and the 2-0 pitch is outside. He missed again, and that's 3-0. Words of encouragement from his pitching coach, Dave Schmidt, who sits on the top step, leaning on the railing of the dugout. And the 3-0 pitch. Fine missed. That one's a called strike. And it was Grajales Vasquez 2 steps down the first baseline. Seems to apologize to Berry. The 3-1 pitch. Grounded towards short, deep in the hole for Fernandez. Throw to second is into right field. Short to Moranto. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes the second. It gets by Mitchell, and they will hold Pinder at third. Ray and Williams Jr. come in to score on the error by Fernandez, who just shorted the underhand throw to second to Moranto. So Fine gets his ground ball and can't quite get the play from his infield. And that is a big swing, as that's now a 6-run lead for the Flyboys. It would have been tough to get 2 outs. The Sock Puppets can't even get 1. And now it's Evan Williams. Homered in his last at-bat, a towering fly ball to left center field. First pitch to Williams. He's high and in. A ball and no strikes, and Fine has really struggled to settle into a rhythm here. 23 pitches, just 7 strikes to 16 balls. 1-0 from Fine. And fastball catches the corner for strike 1. Williams nods his approval. One the count. Fine eyes the batter down, now goes home and nearly hits Williams with a curveball. It's got a lot of horizontal movement that breaks inwards. Count 2-1. Fine, long breath, throws home. Fastball in there for a strike, and he's worked the count back to 2-2. It's consecutive at-bats with 2 pitches for strikes. I'll work back a little bit at a time here. Already in a 6-run hole here in the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Williams grounds it back up the middle. Fernandez, tough play, steps on second for one, throws to first, an unassisted double play to take it himself to second, then gets the assist to first. It's an RBI GIDP for Evan Williams, his third run driven in tonight. Clears the bases and sends Ruben Zawani to the plate. Greeneville 10 now, Burlington 3. First pitch to Zawani is way outside and high, and DeCarlo had to reach for it. It got past him and bounced off the padded wall. Zawani tonight, a single, a fly out, and a reach down error that came in the second inning. Got Greeneville its first run of the game. Infield shades back. Fernandez is on the edge of the dirt. Moranto is on the outfield grass. The 1-0. Outside with a curveball. The 2-0 from Fine. High and in. Zawani using his arm as a shield for his head, which is where that ball came close to getting to. And for the Flyboys, it's their seventh game this season, which they've scored double-digit runs. They are 5-1, 3-0. Fastball right down Broadway for strike one. The only loss, a 13-12 loss to Johnson City. Back on the 16th, 3-1. Fine's pitch in there for a strike. And that was a game in which the Flyboys trailed by 6 runs. They came all the way back to take the lead and still lost. The 3-2 pitch from Fine. Lifted in the air, high and foul. DeCarlo tries to race to the backstop. It's the top part that protects the grandstand below and bounces harmlessly down towards the concourse. With this Greeneville team really starting to pick up momentum ahead of a big tilt with the USA Collegiate Stars team tomorrow. Tonight could be win number 3 in a row for the Flyboys. Bring them back to 500. 3-2 from Fine. Outside. Got all the way to the backstop. DeCarlo will have to chase it as Zawani jogs down towards first. It's the 4th walk of the inning issued by Fine. So it's the second night in a row that 4 walks have come in to score the opposing team against the Burlington staff, and Mickey Tettleton is going to make a change. Tettleton will collect the ball. It ends Nick Fine's debut. 34 pitches in 2/3 of an inning. Did not allow a hit. 3 runs coming to score and 4 walks. He's responsible for Ruben Zawani at first base. We'll step aside. 10-3 the lead. Flyboys ahead here in the 7th. Let NC by Train get you where you want to be. 10 trips daily between Charlotte and Raleigh, 7 stops in between, and service beyond North Carolina to the Northeast. Your travel possibilities are endless. Leave the hassle of traffic and parking behind, and let us be your #1 travel choice. Sporting events, concerts, festivals, dining, and more. Comfort, convenience, and affordable ticket prices guarantee there's a perfect trip for everyone, whether for work, school, or play. Follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to see where we're going today, and visit ncbytrain.org to book your tickets. NC by Train, 35 years of service, endless possibilities. The pitching change for the Sock Puppets. It's Joe Gomez to take the mound here with 2 outs gone in the 7th inning. He inherits a runner on first base, Ruben Zawani. He'll pitch to Gabe Gray here to start the first outing he's thrown in a week of time, and the first pitch misses upstairs from Joe Gomez. Gomez, a 9.35 ERA. It's his 6th appearance of the season. 8 2/3 innings pitched. The whip is concerning at 288. He's walked 13 guys to just 8 Ks, and the first pitch that he sees is crushed into left center field. Rolls all the way towards the Glen Ravens sign, hustling around third. Zawani will come in to score easily. It's an RBI double for Gabe Gray. Greeneville continuing to put the bat on the ball. They're in the double digits in the hit category tonight. It's 11-3 Flyboys here in the 7th. Dude, for fans, it does become a little deflating at a certain point. This Burlington team at home has severely underperformed what they've done on the road this year. First pitch downstairs to Danny Wallace. The Sock Puppets on the road this year are 7-4, and they're likely going to drop to 2-5 tonight at home, which has left some fans frustrated at the product that they've watched at home this year. Swing and a miss there. Really got a tip on the bat. Well, the first game of the home season for Burlington was against Pulaski. It was an 11-5 win. And since then, opposing teams have scored 8 or more runs in every game against the Sock Puppets at home. 1-1 from Gomez. Grounded. Weird backspin. Could have come back into fair ground. It won't. Pomeroy picks it up and rifles it towards the dugout. A ball and 2 strikes to count to Danny Wallace, 0 for 3 tonight, with a strikeout and a pair of pop-outs, both in foul ground. He's the 8th guy to hit this inning for the Flyboys. Wallace slightly chokes up on the bat. Gomez out of the stretch. Kid from Longwood. And Enrico, Virginia. 1-2. Skipped it in the dirt. Wallace didn't offer. It's 2-2. Fastball, changeup, slurve. The 3-pitch mix for Joe Gomez. In his 3rd season in the Appy League. The Rare Vets playing for the Tri-State Cold Cats for the first 2. 2-2 pitch. Curveball, called, 3rd strike, and Wallace knew it. Joe Gomez comes out of the pen, gets the final out of the 7th inning, and we head to the stretch. It's 11-3 Greeneville ahead of Burlington. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning here at the ballpark. A new arm for the Flyboys is Trey Jackson, who replaces Bradley Coulter. Jackson, a 6'3", 210-pound right-hander, comes downhill extremely hard, and he uncorks his fastball at a very tight angle, almost going straight downhill. It's about as close to a 90-degree angle downhill as you can find in this league. Jackson played at Florida Southwestern State Junior College. 6 1/3 innings pitched in college, 8.53 ERA, 13 strikeouts, and a 1-0 record. And he will have 6, 7, 8 in this order for Burlington. Mitchell, Weish, and Baxter. Jackson, slow windup, throws home, way outside on the first pitch. Jackson, an Appy League veteran as well. It's his second season with the Flyboys. Last year, 8 2/3 innings pitched, and it was the walks that came back to haunt him. Allowed just 4 runs, 14 walks, and 7 Ks, and this is his 5th appearance this year. Got credit for 2 holds, just allowed 2 hits in 5 innings. 1-0. Mitchell swings and misses. And what makes Jackson so unhittable at points is the fact that he is releasing his fastball and his spin from the same angle, which is almost no angle at all. The 1-1 to Mitchell. That one off-speed pitch. Mitchell tried to duck underneath it, and Jackson puts one in there for strike 2. 92 miles an hour on his first fastball of the night. The 1-2 to Mitchell. Swung on and missed. Mitchell down on strikes. It's just the second time Burlington has struck out tonight. 94 miles an hour on the fastball from Trey Jackson. Burlington still out-hitting the Flyboys tonight. 11 runs on 10 hits for Greeneville. 3 runs on 11 hits for Burlington. First pitch to Bruce Weish. He's in there. Cutter caught the outside corner. Has a ton of horizontal movement. Weish 0 for 3 tonight with 3 groundouts. The 0-1. Took something off of it, missed upstairs with it. Pair of Georgia kids going at it. Weish from McDonough, Georgia. Trey Jackson hails from Decatur. 1-1 from Trey Jackson. Weish watches it sail upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. The left fielder in danger of losing that 4-game hit streak that he's amassed over this past week. Which has included a pair of extra base hits. Long pause, 2-1 from Jackson. Misses up and away again to make the count 3-1 to Bruce Weish. A starter in every game this season at North Carolina A&T in the outfield. Hit above 300 this season, and he's trying to get back to last season in the Appy League when he hit 405 in Danville. 3-1 to Weish. Missed downstairs with it. Jackson loses control a little bit. Weish will head down to first. It's a 1-out walk for the Sock Puppets. In stands Kyler Baxter, still yet to swing it from the right side tonight. Could have seen a lefty if he was playing on the USA Stars team tomorrow. Sounds as if Greeneville will send JT Long, their 6'7" lefty, out to face the U.S. team tomorrow. 0-0 to Baxter. Grounded towards second. Could be a double play. Gray flips to second for one, and Ray dropped the ball. Weiss can't get to second in time. He stopped his slide short, as you're expected to do. Give yourself up on those easy double play balls. And Ray laughs towards Weiss, who also laughs. Baxter safe at first. So Moranto steps in for the fourth time tonight, 1 for 3. Jackson trying to officially work around a one-out walk here in the 7th. Pitch home. Moranto watches it sail upstairs for ball 1. It's only the 6th pitch that Moranto has seen tonight. It's the first time he hasn't swung at the first pitch of an at-bat. Really good feel for the zone. 1-0. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Well, Trey Jackson's hardest pitch tonight was the strikeout pitch to Devin Mitchell, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He's hit 93 once since then. The 1-1. Up and in. Baxter seeing the life flash through his eyes as he ducked out of the way of that one. Gets himself into a hitter's count, 2-1. The 2-1 to Moranto. Outside again. Moranto has reached base safely and hit safely in every game here at Burlington Athletic Stadium this year. All 6 games he's played in, he's recorded a hit. 3-1. Moranto rockets one, left field line, and slicing foul out of play. Becomes a souvenir for the fans lounging in the dugout engagement area. And the black shirt beats the orange hat in the ensuing race for the foul ball. Baxter will be in motion. 3-2 is the count to Moranto. Jackson goes home. Moranto swings, cracks one into right field. That'll get down for a hit. Baxter around second, heads to third. Moranto has his second single of the night. And believe it or not, all 12 sock puppet hits tonight have been singles. A hit in every inning, with 4 coming in the first, 2 coming in the second, and 1 in every inning since. 2 in the third as well. Well, Bryce Clavon looking to keep this rally going. Burlington in an 11-3 hole here in the 7th inning. Clavon watches the first one downstairs for ball 1. One all the count to Clavon. In there for a strike. One count. Moranto stole a base tonight. He's got 5 on the year. Clavon watches that one, and the cutter catches the outside corner for a strike. So 1-2 the count to Clavon. Picked up his first hit of this home stretch in his last AB on a grounder to left field. 1-2 pitch. Clavon swings and misses. Jackson blows it past him. Picks up his second strikeout of the inning, and Burlington leaves 2 runners on again. It's 11-3 after 7 innings of play. We head to the 8th inning. 2 more at-bats in this one before the firework extravaganza to end the night. Joe Gomez back on the bump. We head to the 8th inning. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the 8th we go. Back in Burlington, 11-3. The Flyboys ahead of the Sock Puppets. 2 4-run innings the difference in this one. The first pitch from Gomez home to Matthew Kerrigan is a ball upstairs. Greeneville sent 8 hitters to the plate in last inning. 4 came in to score. 1-0 from Gomez. Kerrigan watches it upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Kerrigan walked his last at-bat, was gunned down trying to steal second by the catcher DiCarlo. A 2-0. Kerrigan watches it, strike 1. There are 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Kerrigan averaged just below 375 this year. The 2-1. Kerrigan swings and misses at a fastball on the outer half. And for Gomez, it hasn't really been the hits that have come up to bite him this year. It's been more the walks, trying to really ramp that whip down. It surged above 2.5 in his last outing. This is outside with the 2-2, and it's now full. Kerrigan's 3rd time leading off tonight, and the 3-2 pitch home. Swung on and missed. Joe Gomez is locked in tonight. It's his 2nd K in a row. Sends Kerrigan packing the lead off the 8th. But now it's Carson Ray, 0 for 2, a pair of walks in this game. Gomez goes home. This is outside. DiCarlo reaching out, full extension to grab that one. Gomez in his windup, the 1-0. Sent back up the middle and into center field on a line for a base hit for Carson Ray, his first hit of the night. Gives Greeneville a 1-out base runner. And in stands Brian Williams Jr., the team's leading RBI getter with 16 runs batted in this year. Well, how we got here. A 2-run bottom of the 1st for Burlington, followed by 1 in the 2nd, and then a grand slam by Gabe Gray in the 4th inning. His first pitch to Brian Williams in there for a strike, and Greeneville's not looked back since that 4th inning with the grand slam. They added 2 more in the 5th on a home run from Evan Williams, and then 4 more in the 7th. The 0-1. Gomez bends the curveball in there for strike 2. It's that slurve that has the slider plus the curveball action. Not quite the sweeper. And now the 0-2. This is outside. The slurve maintains more of the north-south action that kind of favors the curveball. Whereas the sweeper doesn't have as much drop. It's more of like a modified slider. The 1-2 pitch home to Williams Jr. is a called 3rd strike. Joe Gomez has 3 punch-outs against 4 hitters. But in stands Levi Pinder, pair of hits tonight. Watches the first one outside for ball 1. Pinder, 291 hitter. And the JUCO scene this season at Central Alabama Community College. Hit 3 home runs for the Trojans. Gomez misses with the fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. He's been a very solid hitter on this team. .351 in games entering today. 2-0. Pinder cranks one foul. These two sides will meet again in late July, the 21st through 23rd in Greeneville for a 3-game series. That one grounded sharply up the middle. Fernandez backhand toss. Moranto has to find second base, and he does. It's a fielder's choice to end the inning. Joe Gomez puts up a 0. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Greeneville leading Burlington 11-3. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now or never for Burlington. And leading off the 8th inning against the dual SEC player, Carson Brumbaugh, chosen to represent the Flyboys at the Appy League Select Games on Monday. So Brumbaugh gets the day off hitting today. Will certainly be in the lineup in the game against the USA National Stars team tomorrow. Brumbaugh played at Arkansas, hit 140 in 20 games. But probably the most defining moment on the mound in his young career. Tossed 3 2/3 innings out of the bullpen in his high school state championship final and was credited with the win to deliver Edmond Santa Fe its first state championship since 2019. That was last season, and Fernandez swings and misses at the first offering from Brumbaugh. Now, Brumbaugh won't return to Arkansas next season. He's headed to the champions. Oklahoma picked him up, so he returns to his home state and grew up in Edmond, Oklahoma. Blows another fastball by Fernandez. If that city sounds familiar, it's where Devin Mitchell played his high school ball, also at Edmond Santa Fe. The two embraced before the game outside the batting cage. Mitchell, 2 years his senior. The 0-2 from Brumbaugh. Fastball outside, really popping the mitt, 92 miles an hour. The two-way player. One-two pitch. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Fernandez frozen. And Brumbaugh has a backwards K to start his outing. So in stands Deacon Pomeroy. 2 for 4 tonight. Pair of singles, COO. Pomeroy cranks one down the left field line. Foul. It's the camera equipment of the videographer of the team. Or just the tripod. Tommy Williams, the third base coach, collects the ball and underhands it to the bullpen. Brumbaugh working ahead to both hitters. The 0-1. Inside corner. Didn't quite get it. A little bit of a border war going on here. You got Brumbaugh from Edmond, Oklahoma, and you got Deacon Pomeroy from Topeka, Kansas, the Great Plains region of the United States. The 1-1 is on the outside corner for strike 2. Brumbaugh working in his own rhythm right now. One, two. Outside. Hit the cleat of Carlos Vasquez back to the dugout. And now the 2-2. Brumbaugh out of the windup. Righty on righty matchup. Pitch home to Pomeroy. Pomeroy swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. And Brumbaugh wins the war. And Zawani skips one past the shortstop into left field on the throw around. One looking, one swinging. The Sock Puppets had only struck out 3 times tonight, entering this inning, and now up to 5 total. Didn't have a strikeout until the 6th inning. Pomeroy's second K of the night. So now Brandon Novy. First pitch to Novy. Sent hard on a line drive up the middle and into center field. Brandon Novy has his second hit tonight. It's the 4th time that the slugger has reached base. So it's Brumbaugh going to the Appy League Select team, as is Matthew Kerrigan and Olin Ward. On the Sock Puppet side of things, they snuck a pitcher in there at the last second. Braden Curry was a late addition. He's been sensational. Committed to Xavier a couple days ago. Carlos hit on the first offering. Puts runners at first and second. There's no outfielders going. It's just the complete infield, minus Orlando Fernandez, who has got more time at shortstop. So you've got Novy going. Pomeroy is going. Jack Beck, who is already at the MLB Draft Showcase in Phoenix, Arizona this week. He's going, as is the second baseman Moranto and the catcher who just got hit by pitch, Vincent DiCarlo. Devin Mitchell, pair of singles tonight. First pitch on the outer edge, strike 1. And Burlington has 13 hits tonight, no extra bases. The 0-1, grounded to third and foul, dropping in front of Pinder. It's the highest hit total since the June 20th game last Saturday against Johnson City, a 14-5 win with 16 hits, but that included 5 extra base hits in the win, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. This is outside with the 0-2, brings the count to 1-2. And the pitch to Mitchell. Swung on, sent, shallow left center field, should get down, and it will. Novy chugging around third, he will come in to score. DiCarlo moves to third. It's an RBI single for Devin Mitchell on the 14th hit of the night for Burlington. It's just run number 4. Devin Mitchell have a day. It's his 3rd hit of the night. And he is enjoying himself as ballooned his average back above 300. Started the night at 297. He's now at 319. First pitch to Bruce Weiss is a strike on the inside corner. Count 0-1. Misses outside. It's the first run that Brumbaugh has allowed in his 4th appearance. Weiss swings and misses at a fastball at the top of the zone. He's also not allowed a hit in his first 3 games on the mound and has allowed 2 here in this inning. Weiss down 1-2 in the count. Brumbaugh's pitch home is outside. Good stop by Grajales Vazquez behind the plate. Two from Brumbaugh. Weiss swings and misses. A curveball that tailed out of the zone to end the inning. Carson Brumbaugh delivers a big pitch and gets a roar of approval from his hometown friend Devin Mitchell, who got the better of him with an RBI single. We're through 8 here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. We head to the 9th, 11-4 the lead. Greeneville ahead of Burlington. It's the final inning of tonight's game between Greeneville and Burlington. The Flyboys leading 11-4. As we head to the top of the 9th inning, Joe Gomez is still on the mound. Nelson Grajales Vazquez, Evan Williams, and Ruben Zawani, the 3 hitters to lead things off here in the 9th. Gomez, first pitch. Crack to right center field, gets down in the gap for a leadoff single on the first pitch he sees. Nelson Grajales Vazquez has his 3rd hit of the game. Elsewhere in the Appy League, Elizabethton bested Bluefield 9-5 to get back to 500 this year. Johnson City and Danville are tied at 7. Danville led early in that game 7-3. And Kingsport leads Pulaski 6-0. First pitch from Gomez misses inside to Evan Williams. Kingsport looking to get back to 500 for the first time since being 0-0 this year. The 1-0. Swung and a miss. Williams chased the fastball on the outer edge. A pair of hits, a home run, and a single for Williams tonight. The 1-1 is a curveball in there for strike 2. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams played at Jacksonville State, where he's listed as a catcher, as is his teammate on this team, Matt Cash. Catches 6 at-bats in his first season with the Gamecocks, and that's a called 3rd strike. And Williams is retired, so Joe Gomez continues to work efficiently through this order. Picks up his 4th K of the game. Zwane 1 for 3 tonight, walked his last time up in that 4-walk 7th inning. Has scored twice today. The 0-0. Fastball misses high to Zwane. Zwane played at Bethune-Cookman during the collegiate season. Went to Coral Springs High School in Florida. From Pompano Beach, the 1-0. Lifted deep left field. Weish giving chase. He's not going to get it. And that is the 3rd home run of the game. Ruben Zwane has left the yard in the 9th. A 2-run blast to add insult to injury. It's 13-4 Flyboys. Gomez wipes the sweat from underneath his cap and gets ready to face Gabe Gray. The remaining fans certainly waiting for this game to end for the fireworks show. The grounder hit to 3rd. Baxter throws across the diamond. Pomeroy stays on the base. It's the 2nd out of the inning. First time this year, a team has hit 3 home runs in the same game against the Sock Puppets rotation. So Gray is retired. Now the 9-man, Danny Wallace, 0 for 4 tonight. First pitch from Gomez, outside for a ball. Wallace, a pair of pop-outs and 2 strikeouts, has not really participated in this rally. And Greeneville has sent 13 runs home today. Turns away from that one, and the slurve catches the outside corner for a strike. Every hitter in this Flyboys order has either scored a run or recorded a hit outside of Danny Wallace. Average dips to 0.63, 1-1. Wallace swings and misses at the slurve. It's now 1-2. Gomez trying to escape this inning. 5 innings with runs scored for Greeneville, and 3 of those have been just the big fly. The 1-2. Lift in the air, center field. Clavon has to turn his back to it. He's heading back towards the wall, and it drops off his glove a few feet in front of the fence. Wallace hightails towards third base. Moranto cuts the throw off, and this should be a triple. Clavon almost ran out of room. A towering fly ball to center field. And now with the triple, Greeneville has hit for the cycle as a team tonight. Levi Pinder has the double. Evan Williams, Ruben Zwane, and Gabe Gray, whatever way you look at it, hell of a home run, and Danny Wallace has the triple. Back to the top of the order, 6 times Matthew Kerrigan steps into the box. Kerrigan 1 for 4 tonight. 1 is a fastball in there for a strike. 397 feet. The official distance on Danny Wallace's triple to the center field wall. So farthest Clavon has had to go track down the ball, and Danny Wallace joins the party. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Gomez ends the night on a high note for this pitching staff that has been really struggling tonight. (13-4) the score as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last at-bats before fireworks here at the ballpark. Greeneville leads Burlington. One last try for the Burlington Sock Puppets to mount an impossible rally here in the bottom of the 9th inning. They'll need to score 9 runs to tie this game and 10 to send it to the extra inning. And Kyler Baxter finally gets to hit from the right side tonight. He's 1 for 4 from the left side. The new arm for the Flyboys is Aiden Bullock. The 18-year-old prep arm from La Place, Louisiana. Went to Riverside Academy. And his first pitch to Baxter is a fastball low. Bullock throwing from the left side, 255 pounds. A 2-color glove, black lined with neon yellow, the 1-0. Baxter sends one foul on a line down the right field line. It's off the netting in front of the Greeneville bullpen. The loss will bring Burlington back to 500. At 9-9, the 1-1. Baxter watches a fastball miss outside. Good velo from Bullock. Sitting in the low 90s, 92.7 miles an hour on his hardest toss tonight. 2-1 the count to Baxter. Pitch home. Down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bullock did struggle a little bit with walks in his senior year at Riverside Academy. 26 walks in 14 innings pitched. Only about a third of his runs were earned that year. The 3-1. Baxter spins one foul right off home plate and back behind the umpire, Alexis Berry. Moves the count full. It'll be Baxter, Moranto, and Clavon to hit for Burlington this inning. A 3-2. Outside, Baxter walks on the full count. Now, Kyler Baxter represents the winning run, and that's if Burlington can work through the order and get him back up and on base without recording an out. Moranto swings and misses at the first pitch from Bullock. In a 9-run hole here in the bottom of the 9th. 13-4, Greeneville leading Burlington. A 1 to Moranto. Set towards third. Pinder throws to second for 1. On to first. It's in time. A double play. 5-4-3 to get Moranto at first and Baxter at second. And that puts Burlington down to its final out. Bryce Clavon will hit for a 6th time tonight, and it's just truly insane that both teams could end on the leadoff hitter in a 9-run game where both hitters hit for the 6th time last. Clavon is 1 for 5 tonight with a single, a line out, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. 1-0 to Clavon is in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. And it just speaks to the inability for Burlington to move runners in. 15 men left on base compared to just 6 for the Flyboys, and that right there is the difference. A 9-run game. 2-0 to Clavon. Outside, catches the corner for a strike. 5 straight fastballs from Aiden Bullock. With 2-1. Outside to Clavon. Now the 3-1 out of the windup. Bullock's pitch. Grounded foul off the foot of Clavon. He'll jog it off. Bender fields it in foul ground. And we'll recycle that ball. And so the Sock Puppets down to their final strike of the night. Bryce Clavon facing a 3-2 count against the left-hander, Aiden Bullock. Into his windup. The pitch home. Missed it away. Clavon walks, ball 4. Second walk issued by Bullock here in the 9th inning. Fernandez hits for a sixth time tonight. Two for 3, 2 singles, plus a walk, a hit by pitch for Fernandez. The 0-0. Outside, corner for strike 1. So it will make both teams even at 9-9 for the Sunday matinee. The 0-1 to Fernandez. Hits him, maybe hits in front of the plate, skips to the backstop. And Clavon will walk down towards second base. One count to Fernandez. And the pitch home is outside and away. High and away from Fernandez. Quick mound visit. Grajales Vasquez marches out to the mound to meet with Bullock. Fernandez, the final hope for Burlington tonight. It was a game that Burlington did lead in. And it'll be the first time they score first and fall to an opponent. And this is a long mound visit here for the final out of the game in a 9-run game. So Alexis Berry will speed things up. And the pair of her and Grajales Vasquez will march back behind home plate. Fernandez in a hitter's count, 2-1. With Clavon leading off a second. He advanced there after a pass ball. 2-1 pitch. Outside. Well, any at bat that this crowd can see, Deacon Pomeroy is an exciting time. He waits on deck. The 3-1 to Fernandez. Inside, and he lost him again, so it's 3 walks issued in the inning. No activity in the Greeneville bullpen. So Pomeroy, back-to-back strikeouts after a pair of singles. He's 2 for 5 tonight. And now we will get a quick visit from pitching coach Josh Bradford. This game will just not end. Bradford made it all the way to AAA in his playing days. He played a stint in Syracuse with the then Syracuse Chiefs in 1999. Heads back to the dugout. Pomeroy digs in for his 6th at-bat tonight. First pitch from Bullock. Pomeroy cranks it. Right field, in play, plenty of room. Wallace ranging in, and it drops foul. Just barely 2 feet on the opposite side of the line. Clavon got all the way home and thought he had scored a run. He'll have to jet back towards second. He'll high-five Fernandez, who guns back towards first. Ready for the 0-1. Bullock's pitch home. Outside. One. Pomeroy sends a fly ball to right center field. Back towards the wall. Looks up. Off the top of the wall. Pomeroy was jogging towards first. Clavon comes in to score. Fernandez in to score. And the throw to second. Pomeroy is in. He didn't even slide. It's the first extra base hit of the night for Burlington. On the final swing of the night, potentially. What an all-around play. Pomeroy gets 2 more RBIs to add to his total. He jogged all the way out of the box. And then he didn't slide into second base, and he surely was. He was possibly out there on the tag from Ray, who has a laugh with Pomeroy at second. So Pomeroy has 2 RBIs tonight. And now Novi stands in. Extends his RBI total to 23 this year. The 0-1 to Novi. Sent to right center on a line, hooking right at the right fielder. Wallace makes the catch and ends the game. Greeneville jumps out in a big way. They send 3 balls out of the yard and get the Game 1 win of this 2-game set over Burlington. 13-6 the final score. It's the second straight night that Burlington falls at home, and the second straight night they out-hit their opponent. The Flyboys go through their handshake line. That just about does it from here. Josh Rothert signing off from Burlington Athletic Stadium. A 13-6 win for the Flyboys to improve to 9-9 on the year. Burlington falls to 9-9. The two will meet again on Sunday at 5:30 for a 7-inning game in Game 2 of the series. But tomorrow, be sure to come out to the ballpark or tune in at 3 o'clock. It's Greeneville versus the USA Stars team at 7 o'clock. It is Burlington versus the USA Stripes team.